Let's talk about oil first, which has its sights set on $50 a barrel. The price of domestic crude hit its highest level since June, helped by a surprise drawdown in crude inventories. The commodity settled up more than 2% to $49.83. But will those prices hold at these levels? Jackie DeAngelis takes a look.
The price of crude oil up about 12% in the last month. A tentative deal from OPEC last week to freeze production near record levels, boosting prices. While analysts feel that capping production at 32.5 million barrels won't necessarily impact the supply-demand dynamics, they do think it's an important step, a sign perhaps that Saudi Arabia is admitting that lower for longer has hurt the bottom line. But as crude flirts with $50, many questions remain. Will the OPEC deal be executed? And will it matter if non-OPEC producers continue to pump?
Right now we see crude oil, at least the December contract, trading above $50 because of OPEC's tentative agreement to cut production as much as 700,000 barrels a day. But that's not going to be enough to keep us here, particularly in light of the fact that both Nigeria and Libya are ramping up to full production. We know that there's tremendous supply available out of OPEC. We also know that U.S. shale producers are going to ramp up and that there's tremendous supply here in Cushing, Oklahoma. Production has got storage capacity there almost to its limits, as well as the fact that we are now seeing traders use offshore or floating storage.
And then there's the other side of the equation, demand. Oil producers are hoping consumers around the world will spend more and boost consumption, even though oil demand often dips at this time of the year.
Absent some sort of magic turnaround in the industrial base in the United States and in China, I would expect that crude oil would fall back below $50. If OPEC refuses or fails to reach some sort of definitive agreement in November, we would revisit $40 a barrel. I would expect that for 2017, we would spend most of the year between $43 and $50.
And news today of a new oil reserve discovery in Alaska that could take that state's production up by 40% in the future, showing that a resource that the world once feared was scarce is actually in abundant supply. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Jackie DeAngelis.